Are you trying to find assisted living or maybe a group home for your parent or loved one? If you are, it can be an overwhelming process. I want to take you through how you can use ChatGPT and other AI related products to help you organize the process, vet the different homes so you know which ones you want to focus on, and make the right decision for your loved one based on their needs and how much financing you have available. Coming up next on Aging and Grace, we're going to talk about how to use AI to find the perfect assisted living or care home for your parent. So when I started the journey to find assisted living for my mother, I was working with a social worker, and this may be your case. So I'm going to talk a lot more in my next video about how to get your parent into aging and disability, which is a great tool to get some additional funding when your parent has no other assets. And you need to find government support in order to help you do that. But once you have the money, the question is, how do you find a place to actually go? A place that's good, that meets their needs, that's near someone who can visit them on the regular. How can you find a place that you can trust? AI can actually help. Now, you may not be using artificial intelligence tools very much these days, but two things to know. A lot of them are free or have free components, and it's not so scary. In fact, I'm going to put in the links below and in the first comment details on how you can create what's called an engineering prompt or just a really good question that you can ask AI so you can use it to help you organize the data. Let me explain what I mean by that. Maybe you were handed a messy list from an organization like your social worker, like Medicaid, Medicare, or some of the state agencies that can help you. It can be overwhelming to try to vet those organizations, all of them, to try to figure out, is this the right place? Do they meet her need? Is it in the right location? Will they take the kind of funding I have available? Instead, you can use AI to help you organize that. In my situation, I got this list of 125 locations in the greater Las Vegas area, and it had no rhyme or reason. It wasn't based on any kind of particular list. I think they just added to this list as they found places or as places came online or went offline. So the first thing I found out is not all the places on the list are still active. They don't all take the kind of funding I had available, and they weren't in locations that were easy for me to visit. So the first thing you could do is use AI to help you just organize the list so you know what you're looking at. The thing about prompt engineering is you can't ask everything all at once. So you kind of need to group, organize, order, create options. That's the, does it take a cat? Does it have transportation? Step one, start with what you've got. Upload that to something like ChatGPT, take your list, and then organize it by facility name, city location, telephone number, website if known, and ask the AI tool to make a list with all that information, because the list you get may not have all of that information. And then you can have it make that list in the order of importance. I want to be in North Las Vegas, not South Las Vegas. So I would ask it to rank closest to North Las Vegas locations or this zip code. This gives you a base to work with, and then the magic can happen. The next thing you're going to want to do is check budgets. Let's talk about that thing we call engineered prompt or good questions to ask. You can ask, can you help me find out which of these assisted living facilities accept Medicaid and offer shared rooms? And then you can ask, give me a table with the following information: rates, what other services they give, and I'd like to know if they have any space available, if possible. Another thing you could do is give it websites to scroll through. So you give it the Medicare Care Compare site. You can also give it the senioradvisor.com or caring.com or a site in your area that also carries this kind of information, because it can just kind of troll through all of these public places and start to look for data and compile a summary map. It's a place to start. It's not the finish yet. And then once you get that first list, you can ask it to filter for what's most important. You can tell AI, rank in the following order. It takes Medicare. Do they take cats? Do they take care of transportation on site? Do they have a nurse on site? And do they have social activities on site? Now you've got this list of maybe 50 or 100 places. Give me, based on the priority of who takes a cat and who has transport, tell me which ones would fit the following budget criteria. Based on this budget, which places rank the highest? Then the next thing you can do is say, go out and check for violations. rank again based on number of significant violations in the last year. And then that list can again get reorganized. And as you start to see these lists reorganized based on these different attributes, you can start to make some human decisions about, well, they take a cat and it's the right amount of money. They do have a violation. So I will visit them, but I'm going to ask them about that violation and whether it's been resolved. Now you used AI to do a whole lot of work for you. It's given you a short list of the possibilities in your area. Now you know who to call and you've got the right information all at your fingertips, the short list. And with this short list, you can go through them one by one and make phone calls before you even have to get in your car and drive anywhere to find out, do they have availability right now? Is the information that you got online correct? Like, is this really the price? Do you have private rooms? Is that private room now available? And do you take cats in that private room? Can we just check? Do you also provide meals and transportation? Have a place for any fact that's new coming in. So, oh, they don't have availability in shared rooms, but they do in private rooms. The rate's slightly different. Let me write that down. Also write down the name of the person you spoke to and the date. So once you've done your research, you've made your phone calls, and you've made your short list, like these are the top 3 that I think will work for mom, then you might want to go visit those. So when you're visiting, there's 3 things to look for. How does this place look and smell? How do the residents look? Do they look happy and engaged? Or is there a feeling that doesn't quite sit with you? Follow your gut feeling. If there was a violation, have they resolved it? Can you talk to people and ask questions? Ask people who were there working, how long have you been there working? Person lives there, you might say, do you like living here? And then definitely spend time talking about the costs. Look for any hidden costs at all and say, are these all my costs? Are there any other costs? Are there any other taxes, fees, or services that I need to know about? Make sure you have a sense of what the total cost per month is so you can check that against your budget. And then reconfirm they do take your funding plans. If they take Medicaid, you need to know that. And remember, a good facility will welcome and answer your questions. If they don't, if they seem dodgy, if the employees don't look happy, if the residents look scared, run, because there are bad places out there. Finding your loved one a place to live, whether that's a group home or assisted living, can be overwhelming. AI can help you limit the crazy down to something manageable and can help you make sure you're spending your precious hours looking for places that you think are right for your parent, already meet a lot of your needs, and will fit into your budget, saving you time, money, and aggravation. And remember, I put resources below. Check them out. And if you want to know more about the aging life cycle or how to start a conversation with your parent about moving, check out these videos. And if you're looking for support, you're in the right place. And I'll see you next time on Aging in Grace.